Well, first off, the Warriors are supposedly undergoing comprehensive team evaluation in this offseason to sort of rebuild their culture, which is quite interesting. But it seems like Curry does not agree with the way the Warriors may be going, because on The Athletic, there's a report out saying that Steph Curry wants the Warriors core to stay together at least one more season, the core being Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry. Now, this is quite interesting because recently, about a week and a half ago, the GM of the Warriors, who brought this team together and won 4 championships, he decided to step down. Bob Myers has stepped down from the Warriors. He said that he was no longer in a position to dedicate the time and the energy that it would take to continue this team, which is quite interesting. Now Steph Curry is saying that, oh yeah, by the way, one more year with this team. Did Bob Myers want to move off some players? Maybe. So I want to know, what do you think the best direction for the Warriors is going forward? Where do you think they should go?
I think they should trade Draymond Green.
That's it. Just Draymond Green.
Yep.
Why do you think that?
Because I think he broke their trust in each other and their camaraderie and their good harmony when he punched Jordan Poole in last October before the season even began.
Okay.
And I think that they're going through a big in-depth analysis right now, and that's come up as a big reason why they played so poorly on the road this year. Winning on the road requires trust, and they didn't have it between them. Winning on the road requires harmony. It requires being together on the road, doing things together, being friends, being comrades. They didn't have it. And I think that that punch in the face of Jordan Poole last October was a big reason why. And I think it's time for Draymond Green to go.
While I agree with you on the premise of Draymond Green is looking for, a max contract going into this offseason, I believe he has a player option this season that he could say no to and then look for a lot of money. It's once again, it's a concept of what's his market. I don't think a lot of teams see value in Draymond Green.
I have a place for him to go.
Okay, where does he go?
I'm sending him to the Suns for Ayton.
Ooh, but then again, the Suns won't have size.
Kevin Durant is plenty tall enough.
Yeah, but he's as thin as paper.
Yeah, but Draymond Green is he's a bully under the boards.
I'll give you that.
Even though he's only 6'6". I think that would be a good move. I think that would give the Suns an injection of enthusiasm and toughness and physicality that you get with Draymond Green, and it would give the Warriors a chance to rebuild the trust and the culture of friendship and harmony that they need to win on the road with Ayton.
Interesting. I'm going to take it from this. I don't hate the idea of bringing the band back together, because this is all on Steph Curry's timeline. I think that's been well documented now. Everything will go once Steph Curry retires. When Steph Curry's gone, the Warriors are going to be a 20-win basketball team. They will have no future. And you know what? The Warriors are perfectly fine with that, because they're allowing this to happen. They're keeping Andre Iguodala. They're keeping Kevon Looney. They're keeping Draymond Green. They're keeping Klay Thompson. They moved off Wiseman. They didn't play Jonathan Kuminga in the playoffs really at all. They seemingly have lost trust in Jordan Poole, and Jordan Poole does not seem happy to be there. It seems like Steve Kerr sided with Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry over the younger players. So for me personally, I'm perfectly fine with Curry saying, yeah, let's bring the band back together for at least one more year. And hell, truthfully, Klay Thompson is where I'm a little bit afraid of how many more years he has left. Draymond Green, he is a offensive liability for the past couple seasons now. But his upside is he's a catalyst, meaning he could push the ball up and down the court. That's a major part of that. He sets great screens for Curry. The high pick, Curry goes around him, shoots the three. That's where they sell all their money. That's where all the money's being made from Curry right now over the past few years as well. Also, another part of Draymond Green's entire career with the Warriors is he now, over the past couple of years at least, but especially recently, has the ability to guard positions 1 to 5. He could do that. He can guard your center. He can guard your power forward. He can guard your small forward and the rest of your guards. He could do that. And that's something that maybe other teams don't value as much or don't understand that that's Draymond or how to fit Draymond Green's play style in their own system.
The other thing he has is he distributes the ball well. He generally has 6, 7, 8 assists a game.
Right.
So that's something you don't normally get from a power forward.
Right. No, I agree. The only problem is Draymond Green would be a great player if he just doubled his points. Right now he's averaging 8.5 points.
No,
7
that's because
rebounds,
he's focusing more on passing the ball. His assist numbers have gone up a lot.
Right. Well,
so that's worth points too.
No, I mean, I agree with that. But Draymond Green, I guarantee you, if Draymond Green turned down his player option, and if his points were doubled, meaning he had like 19 points a game, 17 points a game, I guarantee you there would be a big market for him.
Yeah, you know what? I think
because he could score better.
I think you're probably right. They're going to keep the core three together because that's what Curry wants.
Yeah.
But I think it guarantees they won't win a championship. I don't think they're going to win a championship anymore. Those guys are getting older, and they have that issue. They'll probably get rid of Poole. That's probably what's going to happen. They're gonna trade him and
put him in a LeBron trade.
Yeah.
Put LeBron, put Wiggins, Anthony Lamb.
Those guys will be out there in wheelchairs. They're so old. They have the oldest team in the league. They do that.
But you also have 4 of, you have a great defensive player from Draymond Green. You have LeBron, who's the greatest basketball player ever. Curry, the greatest shooter of ever. And then you have Klay Thompson, arguably the second best shooter of all time. So you have the greatest tandem of shooters in NBA history.
We're getting quite old.
They are getting quite old. But I honestly think Curry, the way he looks, if he stays healthy, could have 5 great years left. 3 great years, 2 good years.
He's one player.
Correct.
The rest of those guys around him, they need another piece.
They do.
They need to do something.
You need size.
I don't think you can trade Jordan Poole and get the kind of player that you need to really make the difference.
Which makes
if you're going after LeBron James. If you're going after LeBron James, you're going to have to give up quite a bit. You have to give up Wiggins for sure. Yeah. Right? You'd have to give him up and Poole and maybe one other player, right? We talked about this before.
Probably a first-round pick as well. Yeah, no, we have talked about it. Which, the interesting thing is, the problem that I saw from the very beginning is the Warriors are a very small basketball team. Very, very small. So your Draymond Green for DeAndre Ayton makes a little bit of sense, but I still think Ayton is a very soft center. He's not some sort of center that could have these great games. Now, maybe in a, I'm going to say, because I think it's fine, in a better culture, I think the Warriors culture is better than the Suns culture right now, especially with a new head coach. I think the Suns, the new owner, they have a new owner as well. So the Suns right now are starting to build they need to build a culture. Ayton right now, the Suns hired Frank Vogel, who just won a championship with the Lakers back in 2020, which is interesting to say. I don't think he'll be able to get Ayton and to buy into this culture. I think Ayton is one step out the door. So your Draymond Green for DeAndre Ayton thing is pretty interesting, because it does give the Warriors some size, and I think if Steve Kerr gets Ayton to believe in the culture like he did with Wiggins, I think Ayton could perform, maybe have,
but
17,
that's not what Curry wants. That's not what Curry wants, and at the end of the day, they're probably going to do what he wants.
I would agree with that.
He's the face of the franchise, the baby-faced assassin.
Yeah. So I think, they can't, I think if you really decide to undergo a comprehensive evaluation of the team and then realize that it's culture over players and they are going to go off Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, I mean...
I don't think they go off both of them in 1 year, right?
One or the other. Would that not be a very Bill Belichickian thing to do? Believe in the culture over the individual star? I mean, and it doesn't work. It does not work. Greg Popovich, he's never fully adapted the three-point shot. His team has been at the bottom ever since Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, Tony Parker. When they all left, the team plummeted.
Well, that doesn't... It's not surprising. Those guys are all superstars.
Right, but no one really buys into it, and Greg Popovich does not embrace the way the NBA is now. Think about what every NFL team is doing right now. Shoving all talent offense, wide receivers, running backs, offensive line, quarterbacks sometimes. Belichick's like, yeah, let's go draft fullbacks, guards, kickers, punters, and defensive ends. It doesn't make sense. So if honestly, if you want to buy into the culture, at least you have to buy into the players, because right now the NBA is a very player-run league.
What you need is the extremely good players who have the culture that you want to build, that are buy into the culture you want to build. And that's what you got to have.
You need to be a very, very high basketball IQ player to play in that Warriors system. James Wiseman didn't have it. He was gone. Now, he actually played pretty well when I believe he's on the Pistons. He actually ended the season pretty well. But on the Warriors, he wasn't used and wasn't that great. Jonathan Kuminga, did he not buy in? Was he not living up to the standard that the Warriors said? He didn't get played in the playoffs, really. Jordan Poole seems very, very frustrated right now. Curry, Klay, Draymond tried to talk to him. He brushed him off.
I can understand why he brushed off Green. He punched him in the mouth.
I agree with that. But Curry walking up to him, Klay saying, "Hey, what's going? Like, we gotta do this. And he just brushing on like that's weird." So,
well, what about the coaching of the Warriors? What's your thought?
Steve Kerr, right now, he's probably a top 3 coach in the NBA right now.
You think he's the one that can fix the culture? I think that's what they're counting on.
I
they're
definitely
counting
think
on
so.
him to be the one.
I definitely think so.
And he admits there's a trust issue there.
Well, he finally came out in his postseason conference and said, "Yeah, that punch screwed us up. The punch lost trust in the players, lost trust in the system. So one of them got to go." And I think the way the Warriors are looking, and if Curry's coming out and saying this, according to The Athletic, he wants the core together, expect Jordan Poole in New Jersey next year.
Yeah. It's interesting that the Warriors in their championship seasons, on the road, they had a 727% winning percentage, right? That's the best in NBA history. It's even better than the Bulls in the years that they won 6 NBA championships.
Right.
So,
even
Green
last year
hitting
too?
Poole. Green hitting Poole.
No,
that was something that would really rock that team.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we reacted to it on the show. We thought this gonna.
We showed the film of it.
Yeah, no, we showed it, and I think if I didn't,
we commented on it all year long as a reason why they weren't winning on the road, and now they admit it.
I mean, they started off, what was it, 0-7 on the road, and I couldn't put my finger on what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That they can't win games. They choke leads and just can't get it together. Well, Steve Kerr said, yeah, it was probably the punch that screwed us up. And here's the thing. He finally came out and said it in his postseason conference. Instead of addressing it and then moving forward, he decided to say at the end of the year. Like, I don't get that. You got to address the problem straight up.
I think he should have done that earlier on. He should have stopped things right there and had some team meetings about that and see if they could sort it out before the season even started. And instead, it festered. And it became a reason for them not making it this year. Yeah,
no, it was definitely strange to see that the timing of everything, which is interesting nonetheless.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.